The Warden is by far the most powerful enemy in Minecraft. It's fast, it's strong, and it can easily kill a player in only a few seconds. Its only weakness is that it's blind, so it just viciously attacks anything that makes a noise. Man, if only there was like a 2018 post-apocalyptic horror movie starring John Krasinski and Emily Blunt about monsters like this, I bet it would be really good. Oh, there is? Cool. All joking aside, A Quiet Place is a really good movie and I definitely recommend it. And I don't even usually like scary movies. But wait, I thought this was a Minecraft video? Oh, yeah. You see, in vanilla Minecraft, you can actually make a scenario similar to the one in A Quiet Place by setting the world type to single biome and selecting Deep Dark. And after hitting generate, okay. I knew that as soon as I spawned in, I was going to be up against the clock. You see, my biggest problem right now isn't getting killed by wardens because I can just crouch and they can't hear me. No, my biggest problem is food. So, there will be no animals in this world because they can't generate in Deep Dark, and even if they could, they'd die immediately. There are no villages, and honestly, I don't even know how I'm gonna get wood in this world because that would require me to break a block, and breaking a block makes noise, and noise is not my friend in this scenario. I decided not to panic just yet and focus on getting some wood. To do that, I was going to have to find a tree with no skulk sensors close enough to hear me break it. That tree might be isolated enough. I don't know. Let's see, there don't actually look to be any sensors around this tree. I guess there's only one way to find out. It's far enough away, let's go. I don't think there's any chance I find melons. I'm not gonna find any carrots or potatoes, so I guess the only way to get food is going to be seeds. I gotta grow wheat to survive. A Quiet Place is a movie about a family trying to survive after Earth is attacked by blind aliens that hunt by sound. The characters will get attacked by one of the aliens if they make too much noise, so they have to take a bunch of precautions like walking barefoot, speaking in sign language, and even remembering which floorboards in their house creak so they don't accidentally step on them. But there's one place where the characters are actually able to make noise, a waterfall. When they go near a waterfall, they can speak normally because the waterfall is way louder and masks the sound. Now, the family can't live near the waterfall all the time, and this tactic is not gonna work in Minecraft. But if I can find somewhere with a water supply and no skulk shriekers near it, I'll have somewhere I can hopefully plant some crops and survive. And at nightfall on day 1, I found something. Okay, that beach right there, that would be the perfect spot. Actually, the water from here to there looks mostly clear. So I think I might break for it. When I got to the peninsula, I realized I was probably going to want a little more space, so I managed to take down an isolated shrieker without raising suspicion. Okay, there are no more shriekers nearby, because otherwise they would have made that noise. And then I break this catalyst. And now I will start the deskulkification of this little area right here. When all of the skulk was removed, I started building an area for a wheat farm. I had found my waterfall. Metaphorically. I quickly collected some seeds, crafted a wooden hoe, and tilled some farmland. By dusk on day 2, I realized that I had found this place just in time, because after a couple days of exploring, swimming, and farming, I was getting pretty hungry.
Now I must be very careful because I am down to less than half of my hunger. I really just need to wait for this to grow.
I was content to sit there and watch my crops grow. No mobs spawn in this world, so as long as I stay in the clean area, I'm completely safe. That is, until on day 3, I had an unexpected visitor. I had to kill the trader and his llamas because I couldn't have him wandering off and attracting trouble. Pun intended.
I'm sorry I had to do that.
Brutally beating the trader to death with my fists made me really hungry though, so for the rest of day 3 into day 4, I just sat there and scrolled Instagram Reels while my crops grew. And on day 4, I harvested my first 3 wheat. I'm not going to die after all. Since I had a food source now, I started digging a little basement for me to live in. It won't be long until I start spawning phantoms because I haven't slept in this world, and since there are no sheep, I probably never will. I'm also farming trees now and replanting the saplings for a continuous source of wood. On day 6, the wheat farm was really starting to pick up steam. I started building a little house with a cobblestone floor and wooden walls, but I eventually had to take shelter because a thunderstorm started. On day 7, I had some more interesting visitors. Skeleton horses from the thunderstorm. But when I looked a few days later, they were nowhere to be found, so I'm gonna guess they got, if you know what I mean. By day 12, I had enough seeds to plant the entire farm, which was great.
It's probably time for me to start mining because I've got a steady source of food going here. Progress on the house is coming along nicely. Yeah, I'm gonna go mining.
And mine I did.
Got to be very careful. Every single... Ooh.
I honestly thought I was going to have way more of a problem with skulk sensors, but apparently at Y16 where I was looking for iron, there isn't that much of a Warden presence.
Okay, that's enough iron, I think, so I'm gonna go back to the surface. I got plenty of cobblestone as well, so that's good.
Now, it's time to make some adjustments to my house because I actually have a plan. More on that later. I renovated the basement on day 18, harvested the wheat farm, and went back to the mines to try to get some diamonds. I knew I was going to probably encounter more skulk than before because I was going deeper, but the Shriekers give you 3 strikes before spawning a Warden, so I figured that if I set one off, I could just stop mining and no harm done. But soon, I came across a big cave and my first diamonds of the world. After silently exploring and collecting a few resources, I decided to keep digging down to diamond level. But a small problem arose. You know, I can play without diamonds, it's fine. By day 23, I was starting to feel a little bit trapped on this tiny peninsula. But despite the difficulty, I pressed on.
Alright, so here's my problem. If I wanted to go to the end or the nether or something, I would have to get a portal to one of those dimensions, right? But I can't really get a portal to the nether because that would require me to find a lava pool without getting caught, and I would have to get 10 pieces of obsidian, again, without getting caught. It would also require a diamond pickaxe, which is a whole nother set of problems. So I can't really do any of the normal Minecraft stuff. I'm gonna have to get creative, which is not good because creativity is not my strong suit, which is a weird thing for a Minecraft player to say, but it's true. I am pretty content farming trees though. It's a peaceful life. Just working on my house. Ooh. So, I ran out of coal, and I kind of want torches, but see, the Minecraft Essential Guide book taught me this. You youngins wouldn't understand. You can burn logs to make charcoal, and now I have torches without ever going mining for coal. I don't even know how aware people are of that little trick, but I always thought it was kind of cool.
Through the next several days, I kept adding onto my house, growing trees, and harvesting wheat.
You know, this kind of reminds me of a house that I built when I was a little kid on my very first survival world. I built this really small ground floor. It was literally like the old grass top, you know what I mean? And then I just kept building on top of it. Like I wouldn't expand outwards. I just built another bigger floor on top of it, and it looked like a top-heavy mess. But I loved that house. And you know, I've been chasing the high of building something like that ever since I did it. Like that, and that was like, oh my gosh, that was in like 2010, so like 14 or 15 years ago, which is crazy.
I needed a ton of wood for my plans, so day in and day out, I was harvesting trees and building up, harvesting more trees and building up even higher and okay, you get the idea. Until finally, late on day 30, my tower was high enough for the plan. However, on day 31, something kind of inconvenient happened.
Oh my gosh. I really hope these guys don't attract like a warden or anything. Okay, but seriously, these guys are gonna get killed.
If the pillagers decided to come over near my base, they'd probably end up summoning a warden. Obviously, this was something I wanted to avoid, but there wasn't much I could really do about it, and fortunately, they decided to go somewhere else. I had more important things to focus on though.
Alright, so I have a little bit of a problem. Just ignore the pillagers that are in the background kind of stealing the show. I'm building this really high, and I'm mostly using wood up until this point. That's kind of a problem because lightning exists. If this thing gets struck by lightning, it will burn to the ground, and I won't have a house anymore. It'll all be for nothing. So I need to go mining in order to get more cobblestone so that I can build this thing, the top of it, mostly out of cobblestone. I might have some wood here and there for decorations and stuff, but mostly it's gonna be cobblestone, and I actually really need to get inside so I don't get attacked by phantoms. But yeah, I'm going to have to go for a pretty long mining session, literally just to get cobblestone. I'm gonna try and get as much iron as I can as well. That will be really helpful. Oh, I got a big tree. Let's go.
While I'm mining, it's probably time to explain what exactly my plan is with this base. In the second Quiet Place movie, the family's main objective is to find a colony of survivors that they believe is nearby. It turns out that the humans have set up a colony on an island because the aliens can't swim. Obviously, this isn't the case for me because literally everywhere in this world is covered with skulk. But there is one place I can build where the wardens can't get to me, up in the sky. I've been building this tower higher and higher over the last 10 days or so, and the top is finally out of reach of anything on the ground. Now, is this plan a little over the top? Absolutely. I don't have to make this tower that reaches all the way up. I could just make a pillar of dirt. But I have literally nothing but time here, and hey, what's the point of escaping evil monsters bent on your destruction if you can't do it in style?
So, I need more cobblestone. Unfortunately, I ran out while building the giant sky platform, so I'm going to have to go mining again. But in the meantime, I'm going to plant as many of these saplings as I can.
By the time I emerged from the mines once again, it was day 48 of my quiet world.
Okay, I got a decent amount of cobble. Time to see if any of those trees at the top of the tower grew. Oh, look, they're already growing. Oh, I got one big one. No big ones over here yet. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna mine all of these saplings, and then I will harvest the trees, and then I will start building a platform over them so that they can't grow into the large kind, only the small kind.
My saplings had grown nicely while I was mining, and I built a roof over them so they would only grow into the smaller variety. The bigger ones are way harder to chop down. I was also having problems with a certain infestation right outside my base.
Alright, now we gotta deal with these phantoms somehow, because they're just lurking. I literally built a big shade for them, basically. That's what they're using it as. Will you get down from there? And I finally get the Monster Hunter advancement. Yes, that's right, burn. Yes, again, there are no monsters in this world except the annoying phantoms.
As I made some more improvements to my tree farm, I realized that I was finally going to make it. I had a good source of food, an infinite supply of wood, and a place to live where I would be safe from the Wardens. Oh, and I was gonna need to go mining. Again.
I feel like I've said this a million times, but unfortunately, I'm gonna need more cobblestone. This is like the fifth time I've said that. I mean, as far as stuff has been going in this world, like, mining has been probably the most peaceful thing. I'm on edge the whole time because of like the eerie noises and stuff, but I try like playing upbeat music in my headphones. It kind of takes the edge off, and it's honestly kind of relaxing. I actually like kind of like mining while I'm recording for a video, because you know it just kind of takes the pressure off. Yeah, it actually does not look too bad. I can't really get a good perspective of it. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. The tower looks cool. Hey, don't do that again. I'm trying to talk to my audience. What is your problem? That serves you right. This was actually so cool. It was such a cool challenge. I had to think a lot about how I was like going to do everything. And you know, there are some things I may never do in this world. Like, I may never go to the end. I have really enjoyed making this video, and I want to say something. I don't usually do this, but I want to say something to all the people who tune in. It means a lot. It really does. Oh. Will these guys ever give me a break, dude? Okay. I want to... Oh my gosh, dude. I want to say to everyone who tunes in, it means a lot. It really does. I've always wanted to do this, be a YouTuber, and I've set goals for myself. I haven't been following them because I'm really bad at uploading videos on time, but I'm gonna try harder now because there are people actually watching, and I think it's so cool that people are tuning in. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're literally making my dreams come true. All right, that's enough sappy stuff. Just roll the credits already.